The legendary Pittsburgh Steelers select Riley Nowakowski, a tight end from Indiana.
Riley Nowakowski out of Indiana, 6'2", 250. He played tight end in college on the national champions. And I didn't realize how impactful he was actually until I started watching his tape. The reports I'd read were he was Mendoza's security blanket. But when I dove into the tape, I saw some real blocking, competitive blocker, but a bit short for a tight end, 4th percentile height and only 41 percentile weight. So he kind of looks more like a stout fullback than athletic tight end. He hasn't got much length, 7 percentile arm, 1 percentile hand. He's got some decent long speed, although his 10-yard split's only 19 percentile. Out of these Swiss Army men, Weetjen, Spears, Jennings, Heidenreich and Nowakowski, he's probably the least gifted athlete, but he is a staunch competitor. He is a dog. And I reckon there's a chance Nowakowski becomes a fan favourite if he sticks on the team. He's all grit, fight, high motor guy, just the kind of cat that the Steelers fan base loves. And I really like his blocking. Real competitive blocker, plays hard through the whistle, nice timing, uses wide base, active hands, decent placement, uses torque power, drives feet through contact, aware to stunts and blitzes in pass protection. I'd go as far to say he's a good line player. And that's interesting for a fullback to have such a solid grasp of line play and blocking. So I'm now on board the Riley Nowakowski train that he's actually useful.
The blocking's fantastic. He only allowed 2 pressures and 154 pass block snaps last season. Awesome blocking technique. Consistent ability to stonewall edge rushers and corners on screens as well. Maintains great leverage. Can he do that at the next level? He's so tough. His resilience as well. He's a 5-time All Big Ten academic. I am absolutely on board with this kid.
He looks like a fullback rather than a tight end because of that size. His yards per reception is greater than the ADOT. So he's got some yak in him. So I do think he can truck a few guys. You see him do that and put his head down and power through.
Hasn't dropped a catch in 2 years. 36 targets in 2025, 0 drops. 7.7 yards after catch. A reliable piece in that offense.
He's got more to his game than just being a fullback. He's got incredibly soft hands. So he's got the short arm, the small hands, but I thought his hands were good. He's a good catcher of the ball. I've seen him adjust routes, come back to Mendoza as plays break down. He's a smart receiver if he's not an agile or an explosive receiver, but he's a smart one. He can find a zone. It'd be very useful in the chip and release game. You see that all over his tape. A lot you can do with him. You can chip, you can use him as a tight end from the fullback position, you can move him around, you can create misdirection. I'm very excited to see what McCarthy is going to do with him. I've got 3 comps for you. Rosie Nix was the fullback 2015 to 2019, a bit shorter, 5'11", same weight actually, 248. Riley is 250 and a bit slower. Nix more of a traditional fullback and a more limited role. Interestingly, Rosie Nix was undrafted in 2014. He actually played D-line for Kent State and only transitioned to fullback when he went pro. Had short arms, was explosive enough, football player mentality, blocker first. Definitely some comps there. Riley might be the best prepared fullback since Nix. It's been Derek Watt. There's not been a standout fullback that the Steelers had. Block, catch, even run the ball on power. Connor Hayward. So he's faster than Connor Hayward. He's 6 foot 230, so shorter and smaller. Connor ran slower. The comp is modern day roster spot. Football guy, fullback / tight end. The last guy, David Johnson, might be the closest comp. 6'2", 260. Nowakowski 6'2", 250. So Nowakowski's a little bit lighter, but he's quite a bit faster than Nowakowski. But I just think they look similar, their play style. He was on the team 2009 to 2013, and then he went away, came back 2016. Played 1 season.
He does remind me of Connor Hayward, but I agree that he looks faster and he looks a little bit more juiced or rocked up. Connor Hayward would always go extra yard or 2 when he was making contact or taking dump offs. I get that for Nowakowski, but I think he's got a little bit more kind of slip and slide to him. I think he might miss a tackle or 2. He's more versatile than I would have thought. I got the impression that he was a tight end by name only, right? And that he was going to be really a traditional fullback. But I agree that he's got very safe hands, looks very clean, running basic routes, like short yardage routes in the end zone. Could be a red zone weapon. Just picturing him as the blocker that he is, lining up in a 13 personnel situation. He's lining up on the outside, drifts off away from a block so that an edge rusher gets a free rush, and you get that little dump off to him in the middle, no man's land. And he's got the vision then of a running back where he can dart to the best location and pick up a big screen. This team's been crying out for a guy who can pick up big yards in the screen game, right? This could be the answer to that.
He's a Swiss Army man in a blocking point of view. You can do so much with him. You can shift him across the formation. You can use him in the pass game, use him in the run game. But more importantly, you can use him in the blocking game. So I think he's got the easiest route to the roster outside of maybe Wheatgen's pure special teams return value. In terms of actual offense, Nowakowski's got the huge chance to be a meaningful contributor. I wouldn't be surprised if he contributes more than Connor Hayward in the end when we look back.
Do you have the kind of same concerns I do about how it would translate into the NFL, given the measurables?
Yes, if he was playing inline tight end, but the fact that he's got the same measurables as those other fullbacks, and you can move him around, dig out a cornerback on the edge, or put him in positions where his slighter length and frame don't matter. You can use him as a mismatch weapon. I'm not too concerned. I think Mike McCarthy will find ways of using him, and we'll get excited by him. And that's what I'm saying. I think he's going to become a fan favourite, a blue-collar, hard football guy.
Fan favourite, yeah.